What's up, everybody? It's your boy 55 back in the building, another edition of the Hot Seat. Oh, man. I got a special guest with me, but I can't tell you my special guest's name. So we're going to call her Lady X. So I got Lady X with me. So this is going to be something completely different from any of my other shows that you normally hear. Normally, I have a guest on. We talk about what they do we talk about their art, they sing, rap, model, porn stars, they fuck on camera, all the other shit. So this is something completely different. It's like a pot of gumbo. So this is going to be a big pot of gumbo you're going to be listening to tonight. So anyway, without further ado, welcome to the show, Lady X.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me.
So, how's it going there, buddy?
It's going. This is a little different for me, but I'm really excited.
Yeah. I mean, it's a conversation between two friends.
We do have a lot of conversations, so.
Right. So all we're doing is we just recording a conversation.
All right. I'm down with it.
Okay. So what do you want to talk about? What's going on? It's quarantine, right? So you're in quarantine. What are you doing while in quarantine?
Oh, man. Just trying to survive. This has been quite the year.
Are you serious? You've been traveling all over the damn world.
I've been road tripping. That's different. Because no other country wants an American citizen in their country right now.
I don't know about that. Everybody wants some money.
True.
Traveling equals money. So everybody wants some money. So what are some places that you've gone to during this quarantine, during this pandemic?
I've spent time in Denver. I've spent time in Reno, Nevada, a little bit of time in California, a little bit of time in New Orleans. I have actually been all over Texas. Everything is shut down, but there's still a lot of beautiful things to see, a lot of cool people out there. Just gotta plan your risk and reward and just go for it.
Did you gamble while in Nevada?
I did not. Everything was pretty much closed down.
Have you been to Vegas?
I have. I'm not really a huge fan, actually. I know that.
So you don't have any good Vegas stories?
I don't. I really don't.
What?
Not in Vegas.
You don't have. So how many times have you been to Vegas?
I've mostly just passed through. I haven't really spent a lot of time there, to be honest. Why you gotta do me like that?
Hey, how the hell are you as fine as you are? You go to Vegas, but you say, "Nah, I just passed through them. I didn't go. I just passed through."
It's a little. I mean, the party always seems to come to me. I don't even need to go to Vegas.
I believe that.
It finds me wherever I am.
I believe that. But for real though. So you've gone to Vegas, or you just passed through Vegas, okay. How about this? Have you ever been to Atlanta?
I actually have never been to Atlanta before.
Oh, geez, Louise.
I usually only go where I have friends or I have family, and I don't really have anyone out that way. So maybe I need to be a little more adventurous when quarantine lets up a little bit.
Yeah, man, you gotta go hit a strip club. You gotta go to Magic City, get some chicken wings.
I actually have been to some pretty good strip clubs, just never out in Atlanta.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite strip club to go to?
There's some good spots in Denver. Really, honestly, any strip club in Denver is pretty fun, but not in like in your face, everyone that you know is going to be there kind of way. It's like your escape to just go and explore and have a good time sexually. I actually, like, some of my first sexual experiences with women were based out of Denver strip clubs, so.
Okay, you gotta elaborate. So first off, what's the name of the strip club that you're talking about? What's the name? You gotta give me the name.
All right, I actually have to look it up. Is that bad?
That's horrible. Okay, so forget about the name. Let's talk about this experience. So how was it? You was at the bar, ordering you what a a
Actually,
cosmopolitan? Like what was it?
first, I think I have to give you a story to give you a little background about this experience.
Okay,
So,
what's the story?
are you ready for this?
I'm listening. I'm all ears.
So, I went out to a strip club completely by myself.
How
So
old were you?
I think I was like 22. So
Mm.
I was just starting to explore life on my own a little bit. And this is almost a cautionary tale at first because I went and I was having a good time, but there was this man at the strip club who would not leave me alone. He was following me the whole night. I would get up and go to a new area, or I'd go out and get a drink, and he was just like there following me constantly.
Now,
And
could he be the bouncer?
no, he was not. He was a patron of the establishment. But the thing was, it was like literally every other bitch in that place was there to make money and wanted to give this man their attention for his money. And he singled me out as the only person he wanted to follow and try to talk to and spend time with.
Now, was
And
he black, white? What was he?
I want to say that he was Hispanic, but I don't specifically remember.
So you don't remember if he was tall, short,
He
big,
was, he was
small?
middle aged. He seemed kind of like a loner. Like maybe he went there often. Like he didn't seem like he was there for an experience or a good time. He seemed like he was there because he didn't know anywhere else to go. And everyone else was vibing, having a good time. Me, I'm out here exploring my sexuality and like trying to hang out with beautiful women. And he was just kind of cramping my style. He was all up in my grill.
So in Colorado, you don't need a male escort to get into the strip club.
No.
Okay, okay. So
Is
okay,
Do you
I'm
need
with
that
you.
in other places?
Yeah, in some places you do. I've heard. So let me. I'm okay. So we're in the strip club. You don't know the name. Who gives a fuck, right? We
Yeah,
got
right.
this creeper guy following you around. Do you
Mhm.
remember what you're wearing? I know you're looking sexy. So you're looking sexy. So here we go. You're looking sexy. You were in the strip club, right? What are you doing? What do you remember what you had to drink?
Yeah, I was drinking tequila.
Tequila. Tequila always gets the party started.
Yeah, of
It always gets the
course.
party. I love tequila. I love tequila. So you in a crop top,
Mhm.
some short shorts, your booty's hanging out, looking all yummy,
Mhm.
right? Legs all oiled up, smelling good, right? Vagina got that fresh wax, right? So you feeling good, you looking good. You in the strip club. How much are you throwing at the strippers?
I mean, just I was normal, chilling. I had a couple 20s. It was nothing crazy. I wasn't like being a party animal, but I was vibing with some of the girls working there, like
Yeah.
even in the bathroom, like, this is probably a side that guys don't typically get, but I can go into the bathroom as a woman and all the ladies are in there, they're changing, they're whatever, and they were still vibing with me like they wanted to dance in the bathroom. We're having a good time. But the reason that I know this dude was following me and being creepy beyond like his obvious behavior was one of the girls came into the bathroom and she was like, "Hey, your man's looking for you. He wants to see you. He was asking for you." And I'm like, "What man? What man? I didn't come here with a man." So he was so creepy to me that they honestly believed that I came there with him because that's how much in my grill he was.
Man, fuck that guy. So back to the big booty strippers.
Big booty
Now,
strippers.
okay. So what like did you get a lap dance? Like
I
what
did.
was it? Like what was the vibe? Like so the girl you got a lap dance from, how big was her booty?
It was very big and very oiled up, which I was not anticipating that. But it kind of worked because you're right. I did have like little shorts on. But I will
Mhm.
tell you, when I got this lap dance from this girl, I have never in my life thought more that I wished I had a dick because I wanted to know what her booty felt like if I had had a
Mm.
dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
She let you
beautiful and
touch?
I'm sorry.
She let you touch?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
We had a good
So
time.
you double clicked her mouse one time or what?
I mean, I'm a woman. I'm a lady. I can't share what happens.
So fucking hard. So fucking hard.
Was that the vibe? Was that the
that
So
vibe?
fucking
that guy
hard.
actually, though, at the end of the day, I shouldn't even be annoyed that he was kind of cramping my style because he ended up getting me a free lap dance too.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, because they were like, "Oh, that's not cool. He needs to leave you alone." And then
So describe the
they took me
stripper.
back.
Describe the stripper to me.
She, where was she from? I think she told me she was from Colombia. And I've been to
Mm.
Colombia a few times, and Colombian women are just really, really sexy to me. She had like really long, silky hair. Surprisingly, she had like big old hoops in. I was kind of surprised that she was wearing them and working, but she was rocking them. She looked fucking amazing.
She had tattoos. She was tatted up.
No, she didn't have any tattoos that I saw. Not a single one.
Mm. Mm. So
She
I
had
take it
that.
this is a white strip club then.
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Mm-mm.
Because
It was pretty diverse.
I've heard in white strip clubs that they don't like girls don't have tattoos because white guys don't like women with tattoos.
There was definitely women of all different races, and some I honestly, like, my eyes were kind of on this one particular girl, the Colombian girl. So like I don't know how
You remember
much.
her name? You remember her
I
name?
remember her name. That wasn't really her name.
What she said? What was her name?
She said her name was Rose.
Oh, Rose. Hey, if you was a stripper, what would your stripper name be?
Ooh, something ridiculous, honestly.
Like McDouble,
Nah, nah.
Waterfall,
No, it'd be like
Squirtle.
Squirt. When I was 12 years old, I used to go around and tell people if I was a stripper that I would make people call me Cinnamon Spice.
Oh
Why?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that? Why is
I
that?
I don't know, because I was 12.
So at 12 years old, you thought about being a stripper?
Yeah, I don't know if I thought about it as much as I just wanted to piss my mom off, but I think both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to the. So did you seal the deal with the stripper? Or what?
Not on this particular occasion, but I will tell you when I was in actual Colombia, I did have a really fun time with a very young girl. She was like barely 18, but I think I was only 20 at the time, so it's fine. But I did get
What?
an actual Colombian stripper to come home with me, and we had a great time.
Oh yeah. So who initiated it? Like how? Oh, well, like what I mean by that, like was you just like yo, like bro with me, or how did that go? She was like, "Do you want me to come with you?" What was the vibe?
Well, so I was really drunk, but
Mm-hmm.
she didn't speak any English, and I barely spoke Spanish, even though like drunk me will really try to speak Spanish. It's not cute, actually. But we had like an app, and we were messaging back and forth, like handing the phone back and forth, and she was like, "Where's the party after this?" And so I brought her with me. At the time, I was visiting a man there that had a penthouse, so I like brought her back with me, and he was very pleased by that.
Mm. So he paid. Did she charge you guys, or was it on? It was what was it? It was just on the house.
Couldn't tell you. If he paid her, I didn't know about it.
Mm.
I'm assuming so.
So that was that your first threesome, or was that just like just some regular type of shit? Like it was like yeah, it's nothing.
You know, um, it was not my first. It was my first with like both genders, with a man and with a woman.
How was it?
It was really
Compared,
fun.
it was really fun.
Yeah, I something about like being in a different country and being with like this girl that I didn't even speak the same language with was like really hot to me.
Yeah. Did she
Yeah.
give the like? Did she give you the like? What was the like? How did it go down? Like, what was the vibe in the room? Like, did you give her a lot of the attention? Was she giving you a lot of the attention because the guy was giving both of y'all like? Was he more into her than you, or was he just sitting back and just enjoying the show? Like how? Like what was the vibe in the room?
Well, it definitely just started out more me and her. And I think because it was like a surprise for this man, because I didn't tell him. I was just like, I'm drunk, I'm cute, I can get away with this. I'm just going to go for it. I think he kind of observed for a little bit, and she and I kind of did our own thing. And then when we like really got into it, it was like all three, we kind of finished the whole process together. But since I was the one that was kind of the initiator with both, like I was there with him, but I brought her, I think I definitely got the most attention out of the group, which is probably why I had so much fun.
Now, compared to like you said, that's the first time you was in the threesome with like a man and a woman.
Right.
What is that? How does that compare to being with like two women or like three women or at the same time? Like,
Well, my first initial like multiple partner situation was with 5 women. And so
how old were you?
I want to say 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you was licking ass then.
I was I was doing all of it. I was there for all of it.
So fucking hard.
19, 5 women and one, you licking ass. Yeah, off the
Yeah.
rip. I already
Yeah.
know.
I was giving and receiving, I will say that.
Okay. So what was that? So how did that come about? How did that get put together? Like you was just like, where was you at? Like you knew all these women, or you was just at a club and you was vibing with one, and then like she had a friend, and you was like, yo, just grabbing and pulling, and everybody just came back. You know what I mean? And got to it, or what?
It was like a girls' night, actually. I was kind of with a group of friends. None of them were like best friends. It was like a classmate that I had in undergrad, and then her friends. And I invited them to come over after we like went out to the bars because we all had fake IDs. I lived closer than anyone, so I invited them all to come over, and I was feeling really adventurous because I was going through like a breakup. I just broken up with my boyfriend at the time, so I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do whatever. They came over, we all kept drinking, and then all of a sudden, clothes are coming off, and we all are running up the stairs, and next thing you know, all 5 of us are all tangled up together. So it was pretty fun. It was very exciting because I was.
Now, are all these women Caucasian, or there was just like different different spices?
Caucasian, Hispanic, and then one girl was Indian. So we had a good fun mix. So
yeah, okay. Now, what college did you go to? Because I want to go back to college and go to that motherfucker.
I went to Texas A&M, gig 'em.
Fuck, man, you went to the Aggie? They get down like that with the Aggies?
Yeah, you gotta hang out with the right Aggies. You gotta find the right Aggies.
I can't get down with the A&M shit. I'm a UT guy. I'm a UT guy. I'm part of that UT system, but boy, I didn't know it was
I don't
going
know if
down
they're
like
having
that.
5-sums out there in Austin, Texas or not, but we sure were in College Station.
Oh yeah. So okay, so you had the 5-some. It's done. Like, what was the vibe like? Did y'all do it all again, or it was just like a one-time thing?
No, it was like a one-time thing. I still stayed friends with the girl. I mean, I still had class with her after that. She was very much going through like she wanted really badly to be straight, but I don't think she was. So we didn't ever really talk about it after. Unfortunately, it was just kind of a one-time thing. But hey, I enjoyed it while it lasted.
Did you run into any of those other girls that was a part of it?
No, not really. I'm, friends with a few on social media and whatever. And I don't know. Girls are really good about just pretending like things never happened.
So
I never had any of them reach out to me, unfortunately.
Did you kick them out after it was over? Did you get your nut and you was like, okay, yeah, you bitches gotta get up out of here?
Yep.
That's gangster.
I had a roommate, so I was like, y'all gotta go. Get your clothes on. Order an Uber.
So,
goodbye.
Did you ever tell your roommate about what happened?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And what'd she say?
She was like, I missed it. She was mad.
So she was down?
Yeah, I mean, I have like a no roommate policy, but I feel like for a special occasion like that, that's just opportunity. You can't pass that up.
Mm, got you. So did you and your roommate ever hook up?
Nope. Nothing there.
So she missed out on the opportunity to get to see your birthmark, huh?
Yep. That's right. It was a one-time chance and she wasn't there, so
Now, do y'all use like, was it like just hands or y'all had toys? Like, who busted out the strap on? Or it was just like nobody had the strap on because it was just like, oh, we just in this bitch.
there was a little bit of both going. I had some stuff. I was always hopeful. So we got to experiment and use some of my toys. It was really fun.
Now, what age did you know that you was into girls?
Pretty young, probably like 14 or 15.
Got you. Okay.
Yep.
You still keep in touch with any of them? Any of your past flings?
Oh yeah, a ton.
A ton?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me make sure we hang out together.
All right. Cut it up.
I'm just being silly. I'm just not. I'm just being silly. So let me. So okay. So you've been with girls. You have foursomes. You had threesomes. Which do you prefer though? Like what? Like what is like? What does Lady X prefer? Like you know what? Like I want this over that. Like what do you prefer?
I mean, it's gonna sound lame, but at the end of the day, nothing beats that connection with just one person to me.
Mm.
I like when someone knows my body and they know how to, get me there. It
So
works.
you like eye contact? You're an eye contact person? You a big
Hell
eye
yeah.
contact?
Yep. I'm all about it.
So you're really into the intimacy part of it.
I mean, there's different stages for different parts of life, but as of late, yeah. I don't know if that's just me getting older or what, but
Do you cry? Have you ever cried after sex?
fuck no.
You never just dropped. You like pussy was so good, dick was just bomb. Just dropped one tear out your eye like Denzel in Glory.
I mean, I've had my eyes water because it was intense, but not from emotion or connection. Nope.
Yeah. You ever been with a black guy?
Yeah, several.
Yeah. So
Does
who's
that
better?
surprise you?
No, you got some nice looking thighs. So I believe some brothers definitely was a part of that process. But but if you could rank them, right? Because it's like a stigma, right? Black guys are supposed to be like the best lovers, big dick. They say they have big dicks. Pause. But you know that's what ladies say, right? That's like the stereotype for black men. So how would you rank your partners? Like, you know, who was the best? Don't tell me the name. Just what color were they?
Let's see. You want to know the best or you want to know the worst?
The best. I got an idea about the worst because we have conversations, but
No, I think the worst would surprise you. Um, Best, probably white or black, pretty tied up, honestly. Worst by far, Indian guy didn't know what he was doing at all.
so how did the Indian guy get a chance to clap them cheeks?
Uh, Money.
What?
Yeah, well,
So what? So wait a minute. So he was just like, yo, like he's just like, I got 5 racks right now. What's up?
pretty much. And undergrad, I didn't have a lot of money, so I had a couple bills paid. I won't lie.
So Lady X was out here. He was doing the escort thing.
No, I wouldn't say that necessarily. It didn't really feel like sex work because it was one person, if that makes sense. It felt more like an opportunity. But I mean, you could say it was an exchange of goods if you want to put it that way.
So did he pay you in cash or he wrote you a check?
He put me on his payroll, actually. He had some business.
So it was more than one. Yeah, more than one interaction.
Yeah, we had like a whole thing that went on it was like on and off for probably 2 years.
So what was about his sex that was just so terrible?
I mean, I guess because like he did pay some of my bills for me, it was more of a I'm going to get what I want thing, and he was not a giver, he was a receiver. So obviously for me that's not going to be a great time,
Gotcha.
The energy was just a little off, but I didn't really give a fuck because that's not what I was there for.
So, in how much you ballpark figure? How much money you think you made off him?
Probably like 50 grand, if I had to guess.
$50,000? What the fuck?
Over a space of 2 years, yeah.
So 25 grand a year off your pussy made 25 racks a year.
Yeah. And that was just like chill, casual. Like,
you do anal? You do anal with him?
No. Never did.
Jeez Louise.
Didn't have to.
But you would have did if you would have asked?
I mean, probably, yes.
Is there anything off limits to you in the bedroom?
And maybe I'll get some clapback for this, but I'm just not into someone sucking on my toes. I don't like it. Makes me want to kick someone in the face.
Does it tickle?
Yeah, it tickles.
You ever had a guy pee on you?
I have not.
You never got a golden shower?
Nope. Haven't done that.
Is that something that you'd be open to?
I don't know. It just sounds kind of messy. I think it depends on the person. If someone's really into it, like I'm all about that. I like that energy. So yeah, I mean, if it brought them a lot of pleasure, I'd be about it. Me personally, it doesn't do shit for me.
No. So what does turn you on? Like what gets Lady X going?
I really like porn. I like watching porn with my partners. I think that's pretty fun. I think it's a good way to
Is it weird that I'm not a porn guy? I'm a guy and I'm not into porn.
No, I totally understand. I wasn't always like that. I kind of grew up with a lot of stigma against porn, but I think because of that, it makes it a little bit more naughty and fun for me now as an adult, if that makes sense.
So what kind of porn is Lady X watching? BBC's? Lesbian?
Yep.
Now this is what I've heard for some of the porn stars that I've interviewed, that those lesbian, like most of those lesbian scenes, those women are not really lesbians. They just do it for like, they're just faking it. Like they're faking like they're into it, but they're really like,
honestly, I kind of am into that though, because I feel like they're doing it for the money, and so their limits are like non-existent. They'll do anything for that dollar, and I like watching them hustle. It's kind of hot.
Now, who's your favorite porn actress?
Riley Reid.
Riley Reid?
Yeah, she's cute.
What's she look like?
She's like a tiny little brunette. She has like little itty bitty titties, but she's just so dirty. Like she will do anything, and I find it kind of fascinating. Just kind of turns me on that she just doesn't have any limits. She's all for it.
What's the dirtiest thing you watched her do?
It wasn't even on purpose, but I follow her on Twitter, and she retweeted once this video of her just like standing in the middle of a circle of dudes, and they were all just pissing all over her. She said something about being like the hottest urinal that you'd ever seen, and I was just like, fuck, that is so nasty. But I kind of loved it. I was like, all right, bitch, get it.
So, Lady X, I gotta ask you.
All right.
I gotta ask you. You've had a foursome with women, right? You did a whole five of you guys, right? Women. Have you ever had multiple partners that were men at the same time?
I have, actually.
Were they best friends? It was just like a random thing.
This is a funny story, actually. I had friends, these two guys that were a couple, but they both were bisexual, and they just like reached out to me and told me that they both really missed the feeling of pussy, and they wanted to see if I was down. And I was like, I've never really been with two men, but they were really, really attractive. Both of them were models. So I just kind of went for it, and honestly, it was kind of hot. I was into it.
Were they rusty? Because I mean, if you're in the man and you haven't had vagina, like how you get that rhythm to know like.
No, they weren't. They really weren't, because they were hungry for it, because it had been a bit for them, I think, and so they really went to town on me, and I loved watching them get a little jealous of each other. I was into it.
Yeah, they hit you with that DP.
They did, yes.
Mm.
It was like a spit roasting a turkey.
Got you. Did you give him one more attention than the other? Or did you gave him, pretty much equal attention?
Only to kind of it's so bad to kind of start something, just because I wanted to see where it would go. But they were very vocal about what they wanted, and I just kind of went with it and tested some of their boundaries. But they had like a really good, stable relationship, so for the most part, they had it on lock.
Gotcha. So how did you finish them off? You got them both. You going to town on both of them, and you finished them both off, or they finished each other off. Like what was the ending?
Well, the ending was both of them finished in my mouth at the same time. Actually, it was very intimate, but I trusted them, and we had a really good time.
Gotcha. Now, what was the most what is the biggest misconception about you when it comes to sex, you think? That people might not like oh, like they see you, or they dated you, and they like, and then they get the experience, and it's like, oh shit, like I didn't know, like.
I actually think that it's probably that people think I'm a little more proper than I am. I think I give off vibes that I'm just like maybe boring even, or tame. But I kind of put on a front, I don't let everyone see this side of me, but I can be pretty wild.
Now, are you currently in a relationship?
I actually am.
So he's getting all his good loving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So far, so good?
Yeah, it's been great.
You ever worn him out yet, you don't think?
No, he keeps coming back for more, so he's kept up pretty well so far.
Would you ever give him a threesome?
Honestly, women don't share good dick like that, so no.
So guys, if you know who Lady X is, if she ever gave you a threesome, it's because your dick was fucking trash.
It was whack. Oh, you out here exposing me.
Hey man, somebody got to do it. I'm just saying, like, if like, hey, I asked that question. I asked that question.
I
You
mean,
gotta.
maybe I feel like all women know this, and it's actually kind of like a secret. But if your woman, you're in a committed relationship with her and she's willing to share your dick, it's because your dick is trash. Sorry.
Now, what would equal? What's okay? How can a guy? What is the definition of trash dick? What is something that you say? You know what? That's trash dick. You ever remember that? Okay, so you ever remember? You ever remember? I don't know if you ever heard this skit like, oh, that's ratchet. She ratchet. It was like a skit from back in it, like a couple years ago. So I want to know what is something. What is trash dick? Oh, that's trash dick.
I mean, there's a few different things that it could be, but it's one of the first things that comes to mind is when a man doesn't know his limits with alcohol and he drinks so much that he just gets whiskey dick. He's had all this talk leading up to spending the night together, or especially if it's like the first time, and then he drinks so much that he just can't do anything with that sad little limp noodle. Fuck that. I hate that shit.
That's terrible. I never had that happen to me.
Well, you don't have that trash dick then, I guess. Good for you.
No, I don't. I don't, and I don't say that because I never had sex with myself, but I've never been told I had trash dick. I never.
Really?
I
You don't have
never.
sex with yourself? I have sex with myself all the time.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
how do you have, what do? You break out the toys.
Yeah, of course.
How long does it take you to how long do you have sex with yourself?
Sometimes I try to see how quickly I can come. I can come very quickly. My record is like 8 seconds. I got some good toys though.
Mm, got you. What's your favorite toy?
Definitely the magic wand. People hate on the rechargeable one because they say it dies too quickly, but I've had one for years and it never dies on me. You just got to charge it up like once a week maybe.
Mm,
That'll make me come so fast. Like seriously, I got a Zoom meeting in 2 minutes. Okay, I got time. Real quick. Let's go.
yeah, just
Yeah.
bust it out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Get it
So
done.
you love sex. So that's your
Yeah,
thing.
of course. I'm a very sexual person, yes.
Got you. Now how so what does it take for a guy to get in your to get into your Vicky secret, their Lady X? How does a man get the privilege of backstroking in your sea of love?
It's all about trust. If people running around telling all your business or just sharing too much, as I say on your podcast, but that's okay. I don't fuck with that. I don't like that energy.
So
I don't.
you're not with the kissing and telling.
I'm really not. Relationships are one thing, and that's fine. That's a whole different level. But I like to fucking secret.
Got you.
Hmm.
My whole thing is just I ain't gonna even like my whole experiences. I don't kiss and tell like as far as just like putting names to situations, but I've noticed that women. I've been in situations where I've been passed around. Like I
Hmm.
guess I mean it's hard for me to say that because I'm a guy and I don't feel like a man can get passed around. But I've gotten pussy off of being recommended by somebody else who I've been with. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like women talk more than guys do. I don't know.
For sure, we
I don't
do.
know.
We talk with intention though. Like if we got a friend that we know isn't the most loyal friend to you and she's going to try to steal that good dick, we're intentionally not going to share all the information because
Mm,
we don't want to share our good dick. We just don't.
mm, mm. So if you can say what's three things that will classify good dick, pause.
Hmm. Three things. Okay, in no particular order. This is just out the top of my head. Knowing how to use it is probably the most important. Confidence just knowing that you've got the good dick and you are going to use it, no questions asked. And then probably hygiene. I feel like I shouldn't even have to say that, but some of these motherfuckers are out here slinging that dirty dick, and it's not cute.
Interesting. So do you prefer a guy to be well groomed, or it doesn't matter? You can see behind the forest and the tree.
It matters to me. I prefer a little bit of grooming, just some basic maintenance. I'm not saying you need to have baby smooth balls, and I'm not saying like my man is gonna come home from work. Like, I don't mind a little salt on my nuts after a long shift. Like, I'm about it. But there's a difference between a hardworking. There's a difference, okay? There's just a difference between that hardworking, sweaty dick and just that nasty, dirty dick. There's a difference.
How does Lady X like to fuck?
Oh, it depends on the mood. But I like to get my shit railed, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think it counts if you don't get some of that.
You like a guy to be talkative?
Yeah, for sure. Unless if I straight up don't want to have sex with him, even though I do, it's like he kind of knows that I'm a little like, you're a little below my league, but we're going to do this because I want to get my nut. Like, don't talk to me. Just get it done.
Gotcha. How many guys would you say you've been with? Or how many partners you think you would have? Ballpark.
Ooh, I don't know if I've kept track, but I want to say like high 30s, low 40s by now.
It's not a. That's what's up.
Yeah, I've had a lot of like consistent partners. Like if I find someone that I really vibe with and like they know how to get me there, I will hold on to that as long as I can.
Now, do you have a reliable? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, right now you're in a relationship, but if that relationship doesn't work out, you got that fallback.
I did. I really did. But I finally kind of let that one go because it was to the point where it was really toxic. So I'm not all about the feels. I have a hard time with feels even in a relationship. So out of a relationship, when someone expresses them, I feel like it's time to cut that one off.
I think I got a lot of pussy just because girls know I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, probably. That's like a nice thing to have. Potentially,
Like they know I'm just gonna come drop that dick off and go about my business.
Yeah, I mean that energy can be really hot, especially when you're in a place in your life when you just want that. You want to have that connection with someone without having that whole connection,
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah. You ever fuck friends?
Yeah, it never goes well.
Yeah.
No,
you never had that one friend that was just like, man, look here, I don't get Lady X. I'm just dropping this dick off, and we good, we cool. You ain't, it's good, we cool. It just kept it cool with you. You never had that. You never had a friend.
I've never had a man be able to do that with me and him not express feelings for me at some point. Like,
man,
it's actually pretty frustrating. I've never had that.
Man, it with me with the women that I've been with, it starts off like cool like that, but then it becomes like, hey, like my dad asks about you. He wants to meet you. Like, what?
Really?
I tell my sister about you. Or like, hey, what is your son want for his birthday? When he's like, what the fuck? Does your baby mama care about you dating? Like, what? Yeah. And it's time to, trying to hit the exit.
You think these women are talking? Is that why?
No, come on now. These women don't know each other, but I just feel like that I just truly feel like a woman can't just get good dick on a consistent basis and just not catch feelings. Like, just be cool. It'd
I
be
feel like
nice.
men are
It'd be
worse.
nice to have that girl, like just a girl just hit you up like, yo, like I just want to fuck, and then okay, and then she just goes about her business. No matter if she's in a relationship, no matter what she got going on, like she hits you up, you gotta do your thing, and then she goes about her business.
I'm telling you, I really think that maybe this is just my experience, but I'm telling you that I think men are worse. I've had better luck with hookups with women and like continuing a normal friendship after, or like just having them as potential, like, hey, you want to do something. I feel like I've had better luck with women than I have with men. Men tend to get
Mm.
their feelings all wrapped up more so than women do.
Maybe it's the men that you're giving it to. Maybe these men are not used to having their pick of the pick of the litter. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're the finest piece of ass they ever had. Maybe you gave them the best pleasure they ever had in their life. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of these men, they just not well experienced enough to understand, like, shit, like I'm just that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like Lady X is just that bitch. I just got it.
Well, I mean, I don't want to sound like a narcissist, but like these multiple men that I've had with the same experience of always getting in their feels, maybe it's true.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe it's just them. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's just they just not used to that. They used to that action. I don't know. So, Lady X, you came on the show. You answered all the questions. Did we leave anything? I mean, I'm pretty sure we left a whole bunch out, but I mean, I hope you be a recurring guest. You know what I'm saying? We can do this more often. Like, we can just talk about anything. It's not just sex. We can talk about the world. We could talk about sports. We can talk about life, dating, whatever. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I'd be happy to come back anytime. I feel like I kind of got in my groove there after a minute. So this
Yeah, I
is
mean, you definitely, shared the, you know, great stories. You got good stories, great experiences. I love it. I love the vibe. I love your energy. I can't wait to have you back on the show. Give it up for Lady X. Yeah, it's your boy F05, man. If you want to be on the show, you want to be a guest on the show, hit me up. Anything Top Down Magazine across the board. Anything Top Down Magazine TV across the board. And this has been another edition of The Hot Seat.